And I am Rushna Mukherjee, a student of Srinath Law College and currently interning the Christensen Company. Today I am going to talk about the criminal breach of trust and the criminal misappropriation of property. We know that it is a very important part of the IPC. Section 403, that is what I am talking about. Dishonest misappropriation of property. Whoever dishonestly misappropriates or converts his own use any movable property shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 2 years or with fine or with both. Let me give a few illustrations of it. For example, say A takes property belong to Z out of Z's possession in good faith, believing at any time when he takes it that the property belongs to himself. A is not guilty of theft. But if A, after discovering his mistake, dishonestly appropriates the property to his own use, he is guilty of an offense under this section. So, here what matters is the intention and not anything else. A, being in unfriendly terms with Z, goes into Z's library in Z's absence. Here, if A was under the impression that he had Z's implied consent to take the book for the purpose of reading it, A has not committed any theft. But if A afterwards sells the books for his own benefit, he is guilty of an offense under this section. We will talk about a specific case known as Bikram Singh versus State, where the property of one person comes into possession of the offender and it is dishonestly converted to his use, and the offense under this section is committed. Mere retention of an article found doesn't amount to criminal misappropriation. Thus, where a person found a purse on the pavement of temple and put it in his pocket but was immediately after arrest, it has held that he has been not guilty of criminal misappropriation. Section 404 speaks about the dishonest misappropriation of property possessed by deceased person at the time of his death. Maybe any person who is dishonestly misappropriating or converts to his own use property, knowing that such property was in the possession of a deceased person at the time of that person's decease and has not since been in the possession of any person legally entitled of such possession, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years and shall also be liable to fine. And if the offender at the time of such person's death was employed by him as a clerk or servant, the imprisonment may extend to 7 years, because we are actually destroying the trust of the person. We are actually killing the trust. Now section 405 will talk about the criminal breach of trust. Whoever, being in any manner entrusted with a property, dishonestly misappropriates or converts to his own use that property, or dishonestly uses or disposes of that property in violation of any direction of law prescribing the mode in which such trust is to be discharged, or of any legal contract express or implied which he has made touching the discharge of such trust, or willfully suffers any other person so to do, commits a criminal breach of trust. Talking about section 406, punishment for criminal breach of trust. Whoever commits criminal breach of trust shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, or with fine or with both. Essential ingredients. What will actually constitute the criminal breach of trust? Number 1, entrustment of the property by one person to another, or any dominion over the property. Such entrustment must be in trust. Misappropriation or conversion by the person who received the property in trust of his own use. There must be a violation of any direction or mode which is prescribed by law for discharging the trust or any legal contract which is made for the discharge of trust. The property must be misappropriated and converted dishonestly. Now, what does entrustment mean? Entrustment means any handling over the property by one person to another person in such a manner so that the person on whose behalf the property is handed over continues to be the owner, as per the state of Gujarat versus Jaswantlal Nathalal. Property should be entrusted in such a manner so that it creates fiduciary relationship between the parties. Again with the same case. The word dominion means control over the property or having charge over the property. It is necessary for the accused person to show that dominion of the property was the result of entrustment. Section 409 says criminal breach of trust by public servant or by banker, merchant or agent. Whereas Section 408 talks about the criminal breach of trust by a clerk or a servant. These are very big crimes under the IPC because if we cannot trust people, the society will be at stake. Trust is a very vital fiduciary relationship that we have with our surrounding members, and where trust breaks, their relationship also breaks, which is very important for our survival. Thank you. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Stay happy, stay safe and stay home. Thank you.